The first year, I went to the spring break of service in New Orleans with the Orleans Public Defenders. And in that experience, I was able to see really on the ground how the law was interacting with people, mostly criminal law, of course. But it made me realize there are certain ways in which the law manifests itself that might not necessarily be what we initially thought. I think I entered law school fairly idealistic about particular policy changes or how I could change the law, as any young, bright-eyed law student would. And I started to realize, going through the rigor of the education, that there are certain ways that the law is relatively intractable. But then I started to realize that there are changes that can be made if you identify what is really inspirational to you and what makes a big difference for you. I would like to use the legal education to find those pressure points in which the law interacts with individuals, and maybe push them a little bit so that we can figure out outcomes that change people's lives for the better, so that when people interact with the law, it's not always negative, and it's not always this feeling that their interactions with the law delegitimizes their impression of the law itself. To be able to change how people can interact with law enforcement and the law more generally, I think could make an incredible difference in many people's lives.